And away from security, 15 million households captured on the social register in Nigeria will receive 75,000 naira monthly for 6 months. This follows the federal government launching of the Conditional Cash Transfer Program. The scheme is targeted at giving cash to the poor and vulnerable whose identity have been verified. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akonde reports.
The International Day for the Eradication of Poverty is commemorated with the launch of the Renewed Hope Conditional Cash Transfer Scale-Up that will benefit about 61 million Nigerians. President Bola Tinubu's administration officially commenced the disbursement of 25,000 naira each to 15 million households for the next 3 months. Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation has committed to ensuring this conditional cash transfer directly gets to the poor.
15 million households will be receiving 75,000 naira over a space of 3 months. This equates to about 61 million Nigerians directly.
President Tinubu says this cash transfer is an immediate intervention to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal. There are already plans to expand the social register and capture Nigerians living below the poverty line, which, according to the World Bank, 71 million Nigerians are extremely poor.
The government is working to develop and deploy several more solutions and interventions to help Nigerians of all walks of life. These include A, investment of 100 billion to purchase 3,000 units of 20-seater compressed natural gas powered buses.
In this particular case, the audit trail is there. The mechanism that is going to be used is one that is biometric. It is proven. You will be able to name every single person that has received those funds.
Nigeria's development partners are optimistic that this cash transfer scheme is well intended and will relieve pains caused by the removal of fuel subsidy.
You know, it's understandable that taking such a move would require real political courage. And His Excellency, the President, was willing to take that. And that's where the renewed hope in terms of a better future for Nigeria, it starts there, because otherwise the government would not be able to afford the many services, what it owes to the Nigerian people.
Hopefully, the scale-up of the Renewed Hope Conditional Cash Transfer will lift millions of Nigerians out of poverty. As the federal government says, in the coming days, there will be a rollout of more plans and programs targeted at improving the fortunes of the poor and vulnerable in the country. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
Let's talk more on this development. Political analyst Jide Ojo joins me on the news at 1. Thank you for joining us on TVC News. What is your take, really, on this initiative? What do you think would be the modality for measuring its effectiveness?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. For me, I think it's a welcome development, and this social investment program started way back 2016 under the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari. And President Tinubu has inherited that and has improved on that. 15 million households, translating to about 61 million population, is huge. And it's commendable that the administration is thinking of ameliorating the suffering of the ordinary citizen. But I think my only little worry would be what happens after December. So you give 25,000 for 3 months, and then from January 2024, they are discarded, or will this be sustained? And for the lack of sustainability, that is where the huge challenge will be. Even when you look at the money, 25,000 is a lot better than what Buhari was giving out, but it's not something that can solve one person's financial challenge in the contemporary times, let alone a family of 5 or 6 or 7. But half bread is better than none, so we need to appreciate what the presidency of Bola Tinubu is doing.
We know that the government has stressed that those who are benefiting from this are those who have already been verified, either using their BVN or their NIN or any of those indices. But really, what are your concerns about bringing in more people into that safety net?
I don't have concerns, given the fact that even as I wrote in my column in the Punch of today, the poverty indices is very scary. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, we have 133 million Nigerians who are multidimensionally poor. So even if we are saying 71 million is absolutely poor, that's still a fraction of, 15 million is still a fraction of that population. But my worry, as I've said, is one, sustainability. Two, is about accountability. Yes, they said all of them, their biometrics have been captured and they are traceable, but it's easier said than done. One other thing I need to commend the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Dr. Betta Edu, for is the fact that this social register has been expanded to include pensioners and wives or families of veterans who died in the course of defending the country. So it shows that our heroes past are not forgotten, and then the pensioners who are vulnerable to are being considered. But this is the register is not entirely completely 15 million as we speak, but it's a takeoff point. And I think civil society organizations and media should oversight this program. Because since 2016, we are told that 500 billion have been earmarked annually for social investment program, which included the home school feeding program, the Empower program, the conditional cash transfer, and even trader money, farmer money, and the rest. But we know what happened. The issues around accountability challenge with the immediate past administration. So we don't want similar things to happen. So what I would suggest is that there should be proper oversight of civil society organizations, credible ones amongst them, as well as the media, to be sure that those who have their biometrics captured and those who are genuinely vulnerable, not people who afford to have 3 square meters, are on that list. Because one of the abuses that we've seen in the past is that people who have partisan interests, who are members of the ruling party, may sometimes be the one that are loaded on this. I recall that there was even early in this administration, the state governors disagreed with the federal government about that social register, saying that it lacks credibility. But it's good that they said that biometric fingerprints and facials of the current beneficiaries are being captured. I hope that is true so that they can verify them. But the major concern I have is sustainability. So what happens after they receive this 75,000 in 3 months? What becomes of their fate? Would there be anything to ensure that they are assisted to be able to fend for themselves?
Mr. Ojo, that's really a huge question, really, because what happens after the expiration of this 6 month evaluation and what success would actually mean for this program? I must sincerely appreciate you, political analyst Judy Ojo, for talking to us on TVC News at 1.
My pleasure. Stay safe. Cheers.